And make sure we, everything that's not yours, please make sure we get it over there by my car in those bins. We'll get that stuff organized. Well, thank you guys for coming out. This is our last group session, okay, that we're going to be doing on Sundays. All right, so, you know, it's been a pleasure for me, and I know for the coaches as well, to come out here and coach you guys. All right, we've had you know, it's been one of the best things to look forward to at the end of the week for me, so I appreciate you guys coming out. We got a couple of awards we'd like to give out. Got a couple of things to what? Huh? Wait, you going to bring those? Yeah, I'm going to get right now. All right. So we have a couple of awards to bring out, or give out like we've been doing. Recognize some performances. First thing I want to do, though, is I'd like to...
Don't you have something?
Yeah, it's in my passenger seat. I'd like to thank a few people. Coach Terrence, Coach Mike, Coach Connor. You guys give those guys a round of applause for coming out, helping out. Thank you to those guys coming out, dedicating some time to help you guys out. All right. Mr. Kilborn, we all just went through and shook his hand. Mr. Kilborn, for the parents that you guys don't know, he does so many things behind the scenes for us. You know, email, and he's the one who puts the newsletter together. He and I are on the phone throughout the week trying to put this thing together. So he's done a tremendous job for us, keeping this thing going, keeping you guys in the loop with everything's going on. So I'd like to give a round to Mr. Kilborn. Thank you, James. All right. Lastly, I'd like to thank the parents. Thank you, parents, obviously, for bringing your sons into the world and bringing them out here and letting us teach you guys how to play lacrosse. Like I said, it's something we love doing. This is a sport that I'm extremely passionate about, and the other coaches will tell you the same. We've had a blast with those kids, so we thank you guys for coming out and letting us run around with the kids for a while. So we appreciate that. So thank you, parents. Clap it up, guys, for your parents.
You know the people that give you the rides.
All right, guys. So we're going to give out a couple of things like we've been doing. All right. I got one hat left. You guys cleaned me out today. All right. So I'd like to recognize one player. You know, somebody who takes a beating, takes a couple of crazy shots in the legs and in the arms, and he just stays in the cage, doesn't ever want to come out. So, JoJo, good job today, buddy. In that way also, that's all I got.
All right. I really want to give these goodies to. All right. Well, first of all, I got a few lanyards I want to give out. This is one of them. Is going to go to a young man who it's his first day out. Didn't seem too into it, and by the end of practice, he was all about it. He was getting in the right place at the right time. Got a couple of speeds off, got a couple of shots off, and improved just in an hour, whether he wanted to or not. Thomas, good job.
Yeah, right.
And I think Steven, it's your first day too, isn't it? Dude, awesome job today. Everything we asked you to do, you did. Okay. The other guy that's getting pelted with balls that happens to be in the same family. We got a family of goalies. He was a rock today, and it's funny because I see him scared and I see him not want to get hit, but he steps right in front of the ball every time, and he's going to be a great goalie. Maddie, there you go. I'm giving both of these to this next young man because I think he's just he seems to have an eye for the game, and he's only been out here for 2 weeks. I see him being a great defensive midi. He already seems to be a three-sport athlete. I'm giving him this stuff in the hopes that he'll return and keep playing for us. Nikolai, here you go, buddy.
Good job, dude.
Nikolai, good job, man. You already got one. Who returns the gift? Where's Tyler? Where's Tyler? Today your first day, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, all you guys that come out here and play a sport that you've never played before, Steven Tyler, Summersea, great job. Good for you guys. Way to put it your best effort.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
All right, just hit on one more thing here. Coach said it. You know, this time of year, you guys are getting into other sports, basketball, you know, some soccer, wrapping up your football seasons. We definitely encourage you guys playing other sports. There's a lot of things that you can bring from those sports and bring to the lacrosse field, and vice versa. So we definitely encourage you guys playing multiple sports, getting out there, running around a little bit. You know, like I said, this will be our last full session. Next week we will be off for the boys completely. I'll talk to Coach Rachel, and I'd like to recognize Coach Rachel too for coming out, so we can give her a round of applause. Trying to get the girls involved, so she's done a great job. I'll talk more about that with Coach Rachel and see if we can maybe get the girls back out here next Sunday. But regardless, November 10th, I believe it is, next Sunday, we will not be out here for the boys. We'll take a break. The coaches are going to strap on the gear and try and play some lacrosse ourselves down in Atlanta. So we'll be off next weekend. I've talked with a few of you parents about, continuing some type of program through the winter. We're going to definitely try and put something together. We're going to kind of base it off of your guys' interest. And Mr. Kilborn will communicate that stuff via email. But what I'd like to see and what we're kind of throwing around is like smaller groups, 4 to 5 kids at a time for one coach with, a handful of kids, and work on individual skill sets for these kids, maybe even by position or age group, just so we can keep the sticks in your hands throughout the off season. So when it comes springtime, you guys are ready to go. So we'll be in communication with that. But like I said, next weekend the boys will definitely be off, and in that time period we'll figure out our winter program and let you guys know what's going on. So if you could, we'd like to kind of gauge it off of your interest too. So when we send out that newsletter, we send out emails requesting if you guys would be interested, please let us know, because we will gauge it off of your guys' response. So we appreciate that big time. That seems to be the best form of communication, email and all that stuff, since we all got it on our phones and stuff now. So we appreciate all that feedback. I think that's pretty much it. One thing I did want to mention too. What?
Let's give a round of applause to Coach Sean.
One thing I did want to mention, a lot of you guys are borrowing gear and borrowing sticks. This gear that we have is up for rent. You guys can rent it for the spring season. We're more than happy to bring it out during the fall and the winter and let you guys wear it. But if you guys decide you want to play in the spring, we will rent it out to you, or you can purchase it at a cheaper price since it is used gear. This stuff is not even a year old. It's not that funky yet, so your kids are more than happy to buy it or rent it. I understand it is a financial burden sometimes to do registration, buy gear, and then get all your kids this new equipment, so it can be tough. So we're willing to offer that at a cheaper price, and like I said, we will rent it as well.
And the rental price last year was very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Definitely.
What did we do? $50 for a full set. The helmet was included in that.
$50
To buy on its own.
$50.
Logan, $50.
We will sort out prices for individual pieces, but when we rent them out, we like to rent out full sets, so it works out a bit. And then sticks, guys. I don't mind bringing sticks out, but that is one thing that I would definitely encourage you guys getting and personalizing yourself. You see Coach Connor and I, we got all these crazy strings and pockets in our sticks. Trust me, that makes a huge difference to play with the same stick day in and day out. You can't just pick up somebody else's stick and play with it and expect to be successful. So definitely encourage you guys to purchase that kind of stuff. I handed out some magazines or catalogs of Dick's Sporting Goods. We do have a little partnership with them where they did a little registration for us. We try and promote them, and they promote us a little bit too. So the catalog itself, I can tell you right now, if you go into that Nashville Dick's, you won't find half of that stuff in there, but they can order it, and we can get it in the store for you, or you can order it online yourselves and get it in.
And if any of you guys have any questions on what to get, what sticks to get, feel free to call us or email us. It's kind of a pain, and there's a million options.
Yeah, that catalog is just a glimpse of what is out there in the market, especially now with the new specs for college and things like that. So it can be confusing and overwhelming at times, but we are more than happy to answer questions. Some of those catalogs, that one specifically does give you specs on which one works for high school or youth and NCAA and things like that. So,
Christmas presents. Christmas presents.
I remember Christmas presents, Steve. My mom would give me a catalog, and I just circle a bunch of stuff with a Christmas morning. So appreciate you guys coming out. That's enough of me, Gavin. Coach, you got anything?
Can I say one thing? Hey guys, instead of playing Minecraft all winter long, all right, get on YouTube, look at skills on how to cradle. Look at wall ball. Okay, keep practicing that, even if it's only a couple times a week. That stick is your best friend. Okay, you won't learn anything from Minecraft.
No Halo.
And parents, these guys are old enough to start doing some push-ups. Little push-ups, a couple sit-ups will work very well for these guys, especially as they're getting to this age.
Girls too.
Girls too.
Girls too.
Mr. Kilborn, you want to add anything?
The real wall is so much more fun than the one you build in Minecraft.
Yes.
Hey guys, let's get one more Empire. Hands
Go,
in, boys.
guys.
Hands in, boys.
Make
Real
sure we
quick.
return that
Stand
gear.
up,
Return
Joe.
that gear,
Joe.
please.
Bless you.
I'll kick you right in your
Go,
shit.
nice and loud, nice and loud.
Come on, fellas. Empire on 3, real loud. 1, 2, 3. Empire!